Alright, let's go over the materials you're going to need for this arm. First and foremost is the motor. This is a 12-volt DC motor. You can buy it from usually any hobby shop, but this one is special. It's geared down. It's got an extra part that makes it go, instead of 3,000 RPM, only about 300 to 400 RPM. Okay, you'll also notice I've got this kind of funny spool thing on there. You're going to need one of these. You can kind of take some creative liberties with this part. You're just going to need something that can go on the shaft of the motor and spin with it, and kind of have these walls to keep the wires in there. The actual arm is going to be made out of PVC pipe. The outside is 3/4 inch thin-walled PVC pipe, about 1 foot long. The inside is 1/2 inch normal walled PVC pipe, about 1 foot long as well. Finally, you are going to need some wire or string. Make sure it can hold a lot of weight, and also that it's waterproof. It's a coupling, a 3/4 inch coupling. You see I've got in one end a normal walled 3/4 inch PVC pipe. Okay, tool-wise, you're going to need a drill. You only need it for one hole, but you need it. You're going to need a drill bit. I would suggest about a 1/8 inch drill bit. That's the smallest you can go. If you want, you can get one that's bigger. You're also going to need, and I don't have them with me, a hot glue gun, some of the putty you use to waterproof your SeaPerch motors, and some electrical tape. Okay, now let's learn how to make this thing. But first, I want to explain how it works. Makes it easier to put together. So here I've drawn this outer black box. That is our outside pipe, the 3/4 inch pipe that we have. This inside black box is our smaller pipe, the 1/2 inch pipe. This red line is the wire that we're going to run through our system. I want you to imagine with me that we are going to pull this wire in. This outside pipe is stuck where it is. You're going to tape it down or use some way to make it stay. So since this length of wire can't get shorter, but the wire is getting shorter, this part right here will have to get shorter. And as that pulls in, it will pull this whole entire inside pipe out. When you pull the wire this way, now if it's extended out, it has to pull the whole pipe in. Alright, now we're ready to build our SeaPerch arm. First we start with our 2 PVC pipes. You drill a hole in your big pipe close to the end. See, I've drilled the hole right there, and here's the end. You want it about 1/2 inch to 1 inch away. Then take your small PVC pipe and drill a hole as well. Then we cut a length of wire. Now you want about 3 times. You want a length of wire that's about 3 times as long as one of your pipes. Okay, so the first thing we do is we find, there it is, the little hole that we drilled in our big PVC pipe. We take our wire, and this part's harder than you'd think, and we just thread it through that little hole. And we push it up out to the close end of that pipe. So you see, I threaded my wire into that little hole, and now it's coming out the end. Then we take that same end of wire and we push it through the little hole in the inside pipe. What it should look like is you should have your wire threaded through the hole in your big pipe, coming out the end of your big pipe, and then threaded into the hole in your little pipe, and coming out the hole in your little pipe. Now, you take the end of the wire, put it into the big pipe, and along with the wire on the outside, you just push them together. Now we take our coupling that we made, and you want to take your small piece of 3/4 inch walled tube and you just kind of hammer it in there, just make sure it's not going to come out. And then take the open end, put the wire through it, and just twist it on to your pipe. Using your hot glue gun, you're going to have to get it inside there. If you want, you can take this cap off and just hot glue the wire to the inside of the inside tube. So we take the wire coming out of the front of the arm and we loop it around the outside spool. And we want to loop it in such a way that the wire comes off of the top like that. Not like that, but like that. Once you have that wrapped around, then run your motor, just kind of rotate it in the direction so that it pulls in more string. Okay, now we take the other wire, the one coming out of the bottom of the SeaPerch, and we loop it the opposite direction. So the wire should be coming off the bottom. When you're finished, you should have something like this. On the outside spool, you have the wire coming off of the top. And on the inside spool, you have the wire coming off of the bottom. First, you need to attach your motor. You don't have to attach it the way I have it attached here. If you want, you can just tape it to the SeaPerch. Once you have your motor attached, just put your arm in this place where I have it, and then hold it up against the pipe supports the way I'm showing you right now. Once you have it in that location, you're going to have to tape it in place in a sort of X pattern. You begin by taping it in one diagonal direction against the forward PVC support. Once that's done, you tape it in the opposite diagonal direction so the tape makes an X around the same PVC support. You'll then want to do the same thing to the back support of the SeaPerch on the same side where your pipe is touching the support. Once you're done, it should look like this. Notice how it's taped to two different places on the SeaPerch securely so that it doesn't move. Once done, it should do this. And that's the finished product. Enjoy!